Well, hello, vinyl community. Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. I'm going to do Get Off My Turntable. This is a series that I've done. I've done it probably since I started this this whole video making thing about it's been over 2 years. Wow, it's been almost 2.5 years since I've been doing this silliness. I did not think I would be doing this that long. I did not think people would actually be watching. I thank every single one of you every day for doing that. I am very, very humbled and grateful that people even care about this. So this is a series I usually do. It is something, it's basically, I show 5 records that I've been listening to over and over and over again that I cannot get off my turntable, that I'm been going crazy for. And the last couple of weeks, since the record store day is now long in the past and things have calmed down, not listening to those records as much, although I'm still listening to that Flash in the Dynamics. I love that record. So this is 5 records I've been listening to, but this one's a little different. This one is featured on one artist. I just bought tickets to go see her in a couple of weeks, and I have been listening to her records like crazy. I actually have some other ones, but I didn't even bring them out. But I've been listening to the great Mavis Staples. She is unbelievable. I'm going to see her in a couple of weeks, and she's playing at an outdoor place called the Salt Shed here in Chicago. She is part of and if you've seen my review on the Salt Shed, my review was the Viagra Boys, the concert review. You can check that out in the playlist. I did not have a good time at the Salt Shed. It was not a good venue. But they also have an outdoor venue at the same location, and she is playing outdoors. And I'm giving it another chance, and we'll see how it goes. I've heard good reviews about the outdoor venue. The indoor, nobody likes it. But I'm going to see Mavis Staples. She's got Trombone Shorty on the bill with her, who's going to be fantastic. She also has Ziggy Marley on the bill. And I believe the Robert Randolph Band, who I once saw many, 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 many years ago, I believe opened for the Rolling Stones. And they were very good also. But the highlight of it is Miss Mavis Staples. This is her album, Mavis. This is the Vinyl Me Please. It is beautiful pressing of this. This is a terrific record. It comes with a nice, beautiful inner sleeve. It's got a graphic designer based in New York by a guy named Willie LP. Willie, I guess it's just Willie. Really, really cool, beautiful inner artwork. This is the album. This album is probably my favorite of hers. This has Son of a Preacher Man. She does a great cover of Son of a Preacher Man. Absolutely wonderful. She was on Volt Records back then. This is 70... I want to say 72, maybe a little later. Of course, I can't read this tiny, tiny writing in this light, but Volt Records, they did a real nice job of on this vinyl. It's gorgeous. It sounds great. Vinyl Me Please is just doing... I don't belong to Vinyl Me Please, but when I saw this release come out, I absolutely had to get it. This might be 75. I can't remember. It's called Old Age. And of course they don't say anything on there. But this was part of the Essentials, Vinyl Me Please Essentials. If you know their story, they're a mail order. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. They're a mail order club. You pay whatever, $50, and you get a record every month, discounted or something like that. I don't have time for that. I really don't. But when I see them have a release that I really like, I do go after it, even if I do have to pay a little bit more. I want to say this was $42. Well worth it. Sounds great. It's got the great song Until I Met You, Sweet Things You Do. A House Is Not a Home, fantastic. And then the second side, she's got Son of a Preacher Man, Pick Up the Pieces, and You Send Me is the final. It's 1969. Actually, it's there. Wow, I thought it was 72, but yeah, 1969. Mavis Staples. It's just called Mavis, I believe. So I've been listening to that like crazy. I've had it for a while, and I hadn't listened to it in a really long time. The next thing I was listening to was, and I bought this when it came out because I'm a huge Wilco fan. I love Jeff Tweedy, and his kids call her mom. This is a Jeff Tweedy produced record. Absolutely fantastic. He writes most of the songs on here. I think he writes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he writes every song on here. He co-writes 1, 2, 3, 3 songs with her, but everything else is written by him. It's called If All I Was Black. I love this cover. I'm gonna sneeze. Thank you. I bought this originally mostly because I'm a huge Jeff Tweedy fan, and I think his production is great on this. It's a beautiful, beautiful record. The title track is great. The song "Who Told You That" is one of my favorite Mavis Staples songs. Try Harder, We Go High. Ain't No Doubt About It, all over again. This is a terrific late career record. This came out in 2017. This is beautiful. Really well done. Nice inner sleeves, lyrics, everything. Really, really nice record. Really, really nice. And she's on the Anti label now, I believe, still. At least she was then. And she makes a lot of records. She's had like probably 4 since that in 2000, maybe 3 since that one. This is a really nice, I've been listening to this a lot too. This is a really nice, I saw Mavis in 2015. We went down to the Beale Street Music Festival in Memphis, Tennessee, and had a wonderful, wonderful time. A smaller music festival. It was still crowded, but it was a much smaller music festival. And, after the shows were over, you wandered the streets, down Beale Street, and just walking into blues clubs, just tiny little blues clubs, just sitting down, having a beer and listening to some guy you'd never heard of before, just wail. It was a really, really nice time. And Mavis was the headliner the second night. Beck was the headliner for the final night, which was another story because Prince had just passed away. Whenever this was, it was right after Prince had passed away, like within that week. And Beck closed out the whole festival, and for an encore, he did a 40-minute encore of Prince songs. And I'm telling you, it's one of the highlights of my concert career. I have never heard anything like it. He was spectacular, absolutely spectacular. Back to Mavis. This is kind of what she does now. It's a good set list of what she does now. This is live in London. This came out in 2019, so it's pretty current. The set lists I don't think very much, because when I saw her, she pretty much did almost all of these. There are a couple songs that are newer that are not on, that I didn't see her play. But this is great. It's really, really well done. Look at this lady. She is a star. Really, really good record. A lot of these are new. Love and Trust. She does a great cover of Slippery People by the Talking Heads. What You Gonna Do? Take Us Back. You Are Not Alone, which I believe is might be another Jeff Tweedy pen song. Let's Do It Again. These are really, really good songs. And this is now, this isn't the Mavis of 1969. Her voice is still great, but it's much deeper and heavier, and she growls through this set. She's always had that in her voice, but when she was younger, obviously she could get a little higher. But man, it's still a wonderful performer, a wonderful, powerful, powerful vocals. This is a double record set. You can get this pretty cheap. I think I got it when it came out. I got it for like maybe $20. It was really cheap. This is a highlight. I love this record. And this is Mavis Staples and the great Levon Helm, Carry Me Home. I don't know if anyone out there has this record, but if you do, oh boy, this thing is a great record. I love this. This probably shortly before he passed away. This Is My Country, Trouble in Mind, Further Along, just great. And then they end, You Gotta Move, they do a cover of. You Gotta Serve Somebody, the Dylan song. And then they end the set with The Wait, a beautiful cover of The Wait. I actually saw Mavis again. I've seen her 2 or 3 times, but I saw her open for Wilco at the Chicago Opera House. I think that's where it was. And she came out and did The Wait with Wilco for an encore, and it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, yeah, this has Levon Helm on drums, obviously. Amy Helm, his daughter, on vocals. Anyone else you would know? Not really. But really nice band. Big horn section. Nice trumpet playing on here, too. Check this out. I don't think this is not an expensive record. You can find this anywhere. Fairly reasonable. And so that's what I was listening to. So I was listening to this stuff. I had just bought the tickets for her show, which is in July, I believe. June or July. It's July. I think it's middle of July. And I remembered Mazzy did a video talking about the Wax Stacks concert that he bought. He bought the box set that came out a couple of months ago. And I had thought about buying that. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. You have that record. I totally forgot that I do have the Wax Stacks concert. It was when was this? 1972. So this was after the first album I showed. This is great. Live in concert. It's a movie soundtrack. Wax Stacks was a big concert in the late 60s. But for soul and R&B music and gospel. And it was a great performance. And this is a wonderful record. I have this. And I was surprised at how great it sounds. For a live record recorded in 1969, I was really shocked at how great it does sound. I'll show you some of the inner sleeves. There's Isaac Hayes and Carla Thomas, a couple other people there. The Staples singers open this with Ooh La Dee Da, Respect Yourself, I'll Take You There. I mean, they're 3 best songs. I love the Staples singers. I got a couple of their records too. Eddie Floyd comes out and does Knock on Wood. Carla Thomas is great. She's got an amazing voice. Rufus Thomas comes out. He does Do the Funky Chicken and Do the Funky Penguin. The Bar Keys are on here. Albert King does a killer set. He does Killing Floor, I'll Play the Blues for You, and Angel of Mercy. And then Isaac Hayes, the last side of record 4 is Isaac Hayes doing Ain't No Sunshine. The entire side is Ain't No Sunshine, and it's really cool if you like Isaac Hayes and his funky R&B soul sound. I dig Isaac Hayes, and this is it's worth it just for that. So I highly recommend that. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to. I'm gearing up for Mavis. She's 82, I believe now, and I can't wait. I love her. Probably won't get to see her again, but you never know. I've been saying that about the Rolling Stones. So that's it, you guys. That's what's on my turntable. Questions, comments, snide remarks down below in the comments. Have a good one. Bye.